Hello, everybody. It's Sunday, August 18th, and we're going to be talking about Gaza, Ukraine, and the United States. So I was at a rally yesterday in Kingston, New York, to not one more bomb should be dropped by Israel on Gaza. And this was attended by a few hundred people, very spirited, and it does indicate that the campuses are going to be quite hot, as is Chicago this coming week, the scene of the Democratic Party convention, where we are about to have a Democratic nominee imposed upon us that and I'm not a Democrat, I mean the nation, that no one voted for. Kamala Harris was not on the ballot in any primary, and in spite of that, they're having a closed convention. That is, there will be no other alternative presented. Now, why are people so upset? Bloomberg News has an article yesterday talking about the fact that there are 42 million tons of rubble in Gaza, that the place has just been leveled. The official death toll now is over 40,000, with 16 or 17,000 among them being children, young children. Everyone heard about the horrific case of the father who had, he and his wife had had twins. They were 4 days old. He went to pick up a birth certificate to come back to find that his wife and two twin children had been killed in another bomb being dropped on the area. But I just want to show you some footage, which was posted by Khaleesi on X, from the UN in northern Gaza, so you can see how this could be the case and consider what's going to be involved in rebuilding this area. I would encourage you to look into the distance. Look into the distance to see if you see anything standing in the background. This was the city of Gaza, and I think you can see that the place has been flattened. There are not structures that remain somewhere in the distance. This is how the British medical journal Lancet came to its estimate that it's actually 186,000 dead, because there are so many unaccounted for who are under that rubble somewhere. Now, for more cheerful news and to give you a sense of the moral degeneracy and insanity of the West, the democratic regimes we are supporting, like that of Bibi Netanyahu, who was hailed by our Congress with 58 standing ovations. We have a very similar outlook from the Ukrainian regime, who are imitating the Nazi invasion of Russia. And if you think that's an exaggeration, then I would like to share with you this video, which is taken from Kursk, obtained by RT, filmed by Ukrainians who, like the IDF, like to film the
Русский
atrocities
Иван.
that they are committing. Let me just say that this is, you'll see the text here, a 74-year-old Russian man who's lost, disoriented, and how he is mocked by the Ukrainian soldiers.
Как жизнь? Как жизнь, русский Иван? Любишь?
Заблудился, я вот уже 5 дней такой вот мне. Вчера коттедж распал.
Вы по жизни заблудились, блядь. Куда пошли? Нет, туда, видишь?
Ну не все,
Иван, вот он, Иван.
не все. Ну мне 74 года. Ёлки-палки, я из-за урванного.
Ja. Du bist russische Schweine. Ja. Иди, пей водка. Водка. Ja. Schnaps. Schnaps, gut. Gut, Schnaps. What?
So now, is this just for fun? Is there any significance to it? Does anyone remember what happened in World War II? Well, apparently not. Now, look at this. This is an Executive Intelligence Review, LaRouche's publication. I recommend people subscribe to the Daily Alert. Operational Plan Germany, commander foresees transiting 800,000 NATO troops eastward. In the context of the Operational Plan Germany, which the German Defense Ministry has been working on since March of 2023, an alarming detail was revealed by the commander of the Hamburg military district, Colonel Michael Giss, which is that Europe would need 800,000 troops to be moved to the east for their security. And lest you doubt it, here's his interview in Die Welt. And there is Colonel Giss who made this point. Now, obviously, this is complete madness. This may be why President Putin felt it necessary on the 75th anniversary of the defeat of fascism in Europe to release many, many documents that had been classified about the German military, the German Nazi operation. So we are on the cusp of thermonuclear war, and it is exceedingly dangerous. And the campuses are going to be very lively because young people looking at the slaughter of innocents in Gaza, the tens of thousands of children who are dead and continue to be killed, and now disease, including likely polio outbreaks, are saying this has to stop. But how do you stop it? And here is what Lyndon LaRouche said years ago, that the key to the United States is that we have to remember and uphold the principles of our revolution against the British Empire. We are not supposed to be the British Empire. We revolted against them because they were murderous, genocidal looters, and we were not perfect. It took years to get rid of slavery, although most of the founding fathers were vehemently opposed to slavery. They knew it was contrary to our mission, but the documents of our founding are true. The Declaration of Independence, all men are created equal, meaning men and women. Every human being is born equal, and that governments must recognize this principle. That's why they are only legitimate through the consent of the governed. The preamble of our Constitution talks about the question of establishing justice, something very important, which we are losing in this nation, and upholding the principle of the general welfare, which means that the economy must be measured in human standards, life expectancy, infant mortality, overall standard of living and happiness, not how high the stock market is. So that is why I'm running for US Senate, and it is absolutely urgent that Americans join me in getting our nation to stop being the new British Empire and to return to its founding principles.